Advertising plays a significant role in today's society due to its many elements of presentation, such as advertising through the television, radio broadcasting, and the internet itself. Taking this into consideration, advertisements relate and are targeted towards specific elements such as gender, age, as well as interests and hobbies. Lise Klenn, in 2013, stated that semiotics highlight the way that we ourselves take part in the creation of meaning in messages, suggesting that we are not mere bystanders in the advertising process, but participants in creating a code that unites the designer and reader. The product our group has chosen to advertise is a toothpaste brand called Polar Blast.
The ad begins with an introductory landscape shot of snowy mountains and a clear blue sky as a backdrop. A few seconds into the shot, a family of a father, mother, daughter and son walk past the frame in full hiking gear towards a campsite full of tents and gear after appearing to collect firewood. The family begin to prepare dinner and make their fire. After the family eats a meal around the fire, they brush their teeth before the next frame, in which they finish packing up the camp and leave. Just as the people have left, a family of bears meander into their campsite. The bears begin to mimic, albeit clumsily, the actions of the humans over their empty campgrounds. They wander over firstly where the tents were, inspecting, and then over to the fire pit where they rub their paws together over the still smoking ash. They begin to eat facing away from the shot, and it pans out to reveal tins of human food, like baked beans or biscuits. One of the young polar bears finds a tube of toothpaste on the floor, and uses it to brush his teeth with a toothbrush the mother polar bear hands to him. The ad culminates with a mother bear standing on its rear legs saying, "The only brand I trust for my kids."
The author of Social Semiotics, Marcel Danassi, states that the term decoding is used throughout advertising semiotics. It refers simply to the unravelling of codes used by advertisers, that is, the system of connotatia built into brands. The author strongly believes that the representation of a product in ads and commercials can now be defined more specifically as the use of codes, both consciously and unconsciously, to capture, portray, simulate, or relay impressions, sensations, perceptions, or ideas that are deemed to be meaningful to the brand. The advertisement itself is produced by our group is focused around a new family-orientated toothpaste called Polar Blast, with specific qualities that sets it aside from other toothpastes that are already on the market, such as Colgate. This toothpaste, Polar Blast, has the ability to slightly whiten teeth as well as maintain an ongoing fresh breath effect for more than 12 hours. Moreover, Polar Blast also is specific for users with sensitive teeth, which is an added incentive for toothpaste on the market. Our brand will be associated with the family values, trustworthiness, and cleanliness. Families will be able to relate to the advertisement as the scene contains a family hiking. As the logo is of a polar bear, audiences associate animals with a caring product that they can trust. The white logo and main colours, which are colours of the brand and polar bear, are white, silver and blue. The likely interpretation the audiences will create is that the brand promotes cleanliness and purity from the white, prestigious, and the silver, as well as the blue, which is associated with freshness, and nature due to extra textual framing as the sky and clear water is blue. When considering the target market for Polar Blast, gender and social class need to be considered. Both genders will be targeted for the advertisement, as toothpaste is not specifically designed for boys or girls. Keeping in mind that all ages need to brush their teeth, Polar Blast is targeted at families due to the animation and the families in the advertisement. Finally, Polar Blast needs an age demographic. The toothpaste is specifically targeted at ages 4 to about 10 years of age. The ages of 4 to 10 are old enough to use toothpaste, but young enough to relate to the branding. Although with that in mind, the advertisement also needs to be targeted at the parents, as they are the ones who will be purchasing the product itself.
The shown advertisement employs a variety of communication theories in order to generate the following interpretation. We began the advertisement with shots of the snowy, serene mountains of the Arctic in order to establish an automatic emotional connection with the viewer. As stated by Patrick Hartman of the University of Basque County, Spain, pictures or video recordings of pleasant natural landscapes in an advertisement exert positive influences on attitudes towards the brand. Establishing this immediate emotional connection is extremely important, as according to M Globe, consumers are thinking more with their hearts or guts than with their heads when choosing products. The white snowy mise-en-scène also has underlining meanings and connotations. As stated by Anne Watson in her Week 3 lecture, white is normally associated with purity, life, and goodness. Furthermore, it also signifies clean, white teeth, which is the desired effect of this toothpaste. The following scenes, which show the family of four hiking through the mountains, were created in order to further establish this emotional connection. The smiling, laughing family enhanced the notions of happiness and a family-centered ideology that will appeal to the parents who will most likely want a similar experience with their children. As stated by Anne Watson in her Week 3 lecture, an index is when there's a general association between the signifier and the signified. The smiling family is a clear example of an index, as there is a general association between smiling and laughing and happiness. Furthermore, by showing the family doing everyday things, such as eating and brushing their teeth, it makes the advertisement relatable and brings a sense of realism, essentially saying that this ad may be fictional, but the core values are not. After grasping the attention and trustworthiness of the parents, the polar bear cubs juxtapose this sense of realism.
Halfway through the storyboard, the family of polar bears are introduced. O'Shaughnessy and Stadler 2012 believe that the common sense obvious meaning of the sign is denotation, and connotations depend on prior cultural knowledge. The denotations in this advertisement is that the polar bears are mimicking the humans' actions. By having a polar bear mimic the humans instead of any other animal is because they are white, and white symbolises purity, cleanliness, and white teeth. Also relating back to the brand image, a polar bear is situated on the product as it relates to the polar in Polar Blast. This will make it easier for audiences to relate the polar bears back to the product easily. This is the connotative meaning behind the polar bears. As the producers of this ad, we have attempted to create a positive connotation for our brand. According to Anne Watson in the Week 5 lecture, extra textual framing depends on extra information unspecified by the text. Due to extra textual framing, children are more likely to interpret the polar bear as friendly, cuddly, and soft. Throughout the advertisement, the polar bears continue to mimic the humans by setting up a camp, cooking food, and brushing their teeth. Due to extra textual framing, audiences also know that these are unrealistic behaviours of polar bears, which supports the fact that it is an animated or CGI'd advertisement. This also creates a mild humour as audiences can relate to the polar bears. The second last frame contains a blue-coloured backdrop with the mother polar bear talking to the camera saying, "The only brand I trust for my kids." While this is a simple ending to an advertisement, the combination of text and product pictures allow the parents to see the benefits for their children of using this product. Due to extra textual knowledge, having a mother is talking about the product will signify that it is trustworthy and caring, just as a mother is.
The product that our group has created is able to utilize these theories of communication to deliver a well-rounded advertisement that appeals to both children and parents alike, due to it being a funny, relatable, and repeatable form of viral marketing. This advertisement and the product we've created will help promote a brand as well as to associate it with the positive qualities expressed in our advertisement. Thank you.